Yo, what is going on, guys? Alex Seven, welcome back to another TDU SC video. However, we're playing WRC9, and let me tell you guys why that is. Now, Kiloton have developed WRC9, and it is the successor to WRC8, and there's been a ton of improvements from WRC8 to WRC9. So, as we know, the KT engine is what is going to be used to make TDU SC, and WRC9 uses the KT engine. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the actual driving in the Porsche RGT GT3, which is what we're in right now. Well, the Porsche 911 RGT GT3, that is. I've adjusted the tires to run asphalt right now, and we also have adjusted the suspension setup as well as some other gearbox, different stuff here and there. So this is it. Now let's take a drive. I'm gonna tell you guys my thoughts and opinions on the actual handling. As you guys can see now, the steering is actually locked. Have it at 180. I can definitely change it later, but we're gonna go ahead and test this out. So pretty simple. When you first use this car, it actually is a bit hard, simply because of the fact that it floats because of the suspension setup. So when you have this, okay, that was a fail. Let's see if we can actually keep a nice little circle here. Now, asphalt driving, how does it feel? Personally, by the way, I currently have my handbrake mapped up to the clutch because it makes my life so much easier, especially when you're playing WRC. Instead of, if you do not have an actual, let's see if I can do fourth gear donuts. If I can, that would be brilliant. I don't think I can, but let me switch views so we can actually take a look at what this looks like. But I mean, in my opinion, bro, when you actually adjust the suspension setup on the Porsche RGT, it behaves so much more like an actual car. And especially with the force feedback, which, by the way, hats off to Kiloton, the force feedback in this game is beautiful. I currently love it. But let's take a look. But this car does not float anymore. So I'll give you guys my suspension setup right now really quick in case you were wondering. Now again, tire choice is soft dry asphalt. Last video, some people were saying that the car looks so like slippy and it didn't look proper. That's because I had soft gravel and I was driving asphalt in the rain, so you can tell that it doesn't really work out. Now I have my own personal setup saved. You can tell I changed the springs, the compression, the rebound, ground clearance is set to pretty much lowest it could possibly be. No camber, anti-roll bar. I've changed the limited slip differential for the rear, the preload acceleration, the brakes I've barely touched, and the gearing ratio I don't think I've changed either. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do a full rotation of this map in the asphalt so we can take a look at how it behaves. Now in the last video I couldn't keep the car in the lane, but let me show you guys now that I have it like this. It's pretty easy to keep the car in the lane within a reasonable doubt. Now you also have to take in that this is, I'm pretty sure WRC9 is closer to sim than it is Simcade. So that being said, you can't really expect to go around corners at 200 kilometers an hour as you could in the Crew 2. Now let's do a little high speed stuff here. Now the only thing that's bad is when you actually hit jumps, this car is definitely going to give you some feedback simply because of the fact that the suspension is super hard, and that jumps and suspension being hard do not mix. So with that being said, it's not something you really want to try out, but 100% if you are new to the road car and WRC9, you'll find that this car is super hard to use. But now that we have the suspension up, let's actually take a break here. And I think now that I also have the suspension setup saved, I should be able to actually go into I did not mean to do that, bro. Oh my god. The car's basically dead right now. Now you're gonna notice some sound differences in the detail of the WRC9, which is another beautiful thing. You can hear the engine knock. If I actually go here, you can hear the engine knock in the game. That is attention to detail, my friends. You can hear the transmission, you can hear the brakes. That is attention to detail. But we're gonna have to restart this race. I just want to see how far I can really go. I didn't need to do that. I definitely overextended there, but we fixed it. Now, how will this car behave when it's totally damaged? I'm not too certain. But as you can see, it's not doing too bad. And it's probably going to like break down completely by the time we get this done. So I'm just gonna restart it. And we're gonna go from the other direction. So let's take a look. Essentially, oh, don't want to hit that. Now, it feels so much better, especially when you compare it to the other video that I recorded. Oh, don't hit anything, please. Thank you. I was so hoping I didn't hit anything. I almost had that turned down. But as you guys can see, it's lovely. Other than the fact that I'm definitely like starting to like drift here and there. And the force feedback, like I said, it feels pretty nice. I can definitely feel when the car is trying to like lean away and the back end's starting to like slide out. But again, this can all be fixed when you actually change your steering sensitivity. So there's no issue here for me. It just feels exactly how it should feel. The actual physics, in my opinion, are brilliant. And Kiloton have done very well to improve it from WRC9. And again, for some people were complaining that there were a few issues with physics in WRC9, but they've pretty much fixed all of it. And Asphalt has seen a huge improvement over the past, which is something I'm very happy to see, because it just means that, you know, a lot of developers, they only put their pride and soul into games, and Kiloton are the ones that I think have really been trying to attempt that. Now, I'm sure another question I'm going to be getting is, how does it play on controller? Well, right now I'm using my controller, as you guys can see, and it still feels pretty realistic to what I'm expecting, what I expect to happen. Now, again, a controller issue on WRC9 was, I believe, another issue that a lot of people were talking about, because it was harder to play the game on controller than it was on anything else. But as you guys can see, it's pretty easy for me. I'm currently enjoying it. What I expect to happen when I see it is exactly what happens. Now again, I probably do need to change the sensitivity on the controller. I don't want to do too much like flipping or messing up the back. But as you guys can see, considering I'm going 180 pretty much right now, it's so, whoops. Oh my god. It's always these turns that I butcher. But anyways, let's continue this. As I said, what you expect to happen happens. So for me, when I mess that turn up, oh, I'm messing this up now. But now the car is probably gonna handle a lot differently because of the fact that it's pretty much severely damaged. But not to worry. It's actually starting to lean to the left. Yeah, so this car is not lasting. It's probably gonna break down right now. Now, if you notice there, the only issue I have with the controller, which is something that I'm sure is easily able to be fixed, is the fact that it's too sensitive right now. So when I actually go to fix on understeer or oversteer, I mess it up because it turns too much than what I'm thinking. It's something that's way easier on wheel, but again, once you actually adjust your controller settings, it's something that can easily be fixed. Alright guys, so here we are. Let's get it started. We're actually going to launch control this. Now, again, because I actually have the suspension a lot lower, I'm not going to take... Oh, actually, I should probably drift that one. But let's actually keep this straight. There we go. I'm going to have to brake from now. Now, treating every corner as if it's like an actual Grand Prix. I'm not going to drift corners. I'm just going to go through them as if it's an actual racetrack. Taking the apex. There we go. Asphalt physics. As you can see, considering this is my first time using this car. There we go. It's a brake here. Okay, I'm gonna have to drift this one though. Super have to. No way you can take a corner like that. Alright, there we go. Now we are not that far behind. Considering this is an all-wheel drive WRC3 car. Okay, I'm gonna have to brake from here. Please don't fail me, brakes. Don't fail me, and you have failed me. And this car is basically stuck right now. It is 100% stuck. Yeah, okay. So pretty much the only thing that's failed me there is the brakes, and I forgot what button. Oh, that's how you return. It's the road. Okay, well yeah. Despite the brakes kind of failing me there, which is something that again isn't an issue, but we would have honestly caught up with our ghost there. And like I said, considering that as a, well, let's see how the jumps here perform. Okay. Yeah. No, we were gone there. I mean, it's not performing bad. It honestly is how I expect the car to perform. And considering I've played a lot of games, Forza 4, the Crew 2, which oh, I definitely ran someone over there. But considering I've done all of these, I can say with confidence that the way the car feels on asphalt is pretty good. I would kind of put it between, it's similar to Forza 4 in my opinion. It's definitely around that. It's not near Need for Speed, it's not near the Crew 2, but I'd say it's in between Forza 4 and the Crew 2 right now, which is lovely. I honestly think that's a sweet spot. The Crew 2, why do people complain about the physics is beyond me. I don't see an issue with them. But yeah, it's definitely really good, honestly. So I think that's it. There's not that many other tracks I can really do. That's asphalt like that. Actually, hold on. What am I pressing right now? Okay, here we go. Well, actually, let's go ahead to Japan. Let's do a race here at Japan before we end things off with this. Just so you know, we get a little bit more vibes of how this is going to feel. So, like I said, playing this game and understanding the physics is pretty important because they're going to be using the KT engine and taking WRC's physics and kind of revising it for a test drive limited solar crown. So I don't necessarily expect the exact same physics as WRC9, but I definitely expect something along these lines. Because like I said, they are going to revise the physics to better suit Test Drive Unlimited. So let's go ahead, see what I can do. We're just going to do this in one go. Alright. And it looks like I have my ghost up already. I don't ever remember finishing this race. Alright. We're going to have to be careful here. We're going to have to be super careful here. I just lost my wing, bro. Yeah, that wheel, as you can see, is pretty much done. We have a punctured tire, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to finish this race because Japan is actually pretty hard. So if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like down below and subscribe for more Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown content as well as WRC9. And guys, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts on the physics are. If you have played WRC9, let me know what you guys think or what you guys are wishing for or hoping for in TDU SC in terms of physics. Other than that, I'm Alex7 and I'm out, guys. Peace.